Hey everyone out there in Facebook land and YouTube land. Great to see you. Jonathan Pogash here with the Cocktail Guru. I'm founder and owner of the Cocktail Guru, and this is my weekly Tuesday show called Some Good Booze. We've been doing this show since mid-March. We're well past our 100th episode. This is great. Thank you all for tuning in. What we do during this show is we keep it very casual, very loose. I talk about some positive news of the day, and then we make a cocktail. So today we actually have the classic DAIQUIRI cocktail, which is one of my favorite cocktails. And for those of you who are just joining now, thank you so much. Please go ahead and shoot me a comment and tell me what you're drinking right now. Please, I'd love to know. Or what you're planning on drinking. Hey, why not? How's everyone's summer going? What are your summer plans for the remainder of the summer? I'd love to know that. Yeah, and how you all are doing. So some positive news I try to pull from the interwebs, and I've found some really great positive news for today, and you all may know this positive news. But in fact, 100 years ago on this day, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified. And what did the 19th Amendment to the Constitution do? Well, it gave women the right to vote. Which is huge, obviously. And this was a culmination of decades and decades of effort by the women's suffrage movement. And they lobbied for passage of this bill in the House and in the Senate for 41 years. And pop quiz, folks, and this relates to our industry. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Look at that, Teresa. You are going to make, wow, an Italian Greyhound. Love it. Delicious. I love a good Greyhound cocktail. Thank you. Pop quiz, everyone. What was the 18th Amendment? The 18th Amendment to the Constitution was prohibition, right? And this was the 19th Amendment, the women's right to vote, and the 21st Amendment, and going further, pop quiz, 21st Amendment, the repeal of prohibition. Okay, so enough history lesson and enough pop quiz. Keep telling me what you're drinking today or what you're going to drink. I'd love to hear that. But the daiquiri, a great story behind the daiquiri and a great cocktail and many, many, many variations on this cocktail to date. So what is the story of the daiquiri cocktail? Well, it originated in Cuba right around 1898 after Teddy Roosevelt's campaign, after he won the Battle of San Juan Hill. And there was lots of mining happening. Oh, there's Michael. I can count on you, Michael, to tell me what you're drinking. I love it. So you're drinking a brown derby soda. Wow, look at that. A brown derby with San Pellegrino and Chino. Yes, I love that. That is delicious. Yum. Good deal. So 1898, we had some American miners that came to Cuba. And there is a story that one such miner who made it big, his name was Jennings Cox. And he is said to be the originator, the inventor of the daiquiri cocktail. There is a little handwritten recipe that lives on. And his recipe actually included lemon juice instead of lime juice. It's kind of questionable. We're not sure if that's kind of like a lost in translation thing, because in Spanish, there is no word for lemon, or rather for lime. It is just green lemon. Okay, so it's possible he was using green lemons, which are limes in America, or rather in the English language. So we're not entirely sure. It could have gotten lost in translation. But it was said that he was with some fellow miners and they ran out of gin. So they were drinking gin and lime and sugar, or lemon and sugar. And so they decided to take the gin out and throw in some rum. And that made a really great cocktail. And let's go ahead and make this cocktail right now. A lovely daiquiri, originally served over crushed ice, but we're actually going to serve it in our cocktail coupe or martini glass. So first of all, let's go ahead and take our really nice Colombian rum. Sorry, it's not a Cuban rum. And we'll add 2 ounces of our Dictador 12-year-old rum directly into our glass. I like the proportion of 2 3/4 3/4. Oh, Teresa says there's also no word for lime in Polish. Wow, look at that. You learn something new every day. I love that. I did not know that. Let's go ahead and take our fresh lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice, and simple syrup. This balances out the citrus in this cocktail. And this is such a simple cocktail, right? 3 ingredients. 3 simple ingredients, done and done. Now we add ice and we'll give it a good shake. Now, who is the famous author that loved daiquiris, folks? Yes, Ernest Hemingway. This was his cocktail of choice, but he had it a very different way. He was diabetic, so he would say, cut the simple syrup. Instead, I'd like grapefruit juice and maraschino cherry liqueur. Hey, It's Papa Hemingway. You have to listen to Papa Hemingway. Probably not great for a diabetic anyway to have those ingredients, but hey, Papa Hemingway, he sits at your bar, you give him what he wants. That cocktail is called a Hemingway daiquiri. So let's go ahead and give this a shake. 8 Mississippis. There we go. Proper temperature and ice dilution. And now we'll separate the shaker. Actually, I'm going to call an audible, ladies and gentlemen. I just thought of this right before going on, and I kind of want to do it. I'd like to incorporate a little bit of green chartreuse into it. This is a French liqueur made by monks. It is an herbal aromatic liqueur. This is something we used to do. I used to do with my fellow bartenders back in the day in New York City when I worked at a place called Town Restaurant at the Chambers Hotel. Not there anymore. This was circa like 2002, 2003. We loved to light stuff on fire. And chartreuse is high enough in proof that it is flammable. So what we used to do with things like mojitos and daiquiris is we would take a little bit of chartreuse or absinthe and we would light it on fire right before we strained the drink out. So let's go ahead and play with a little bit of fire. So I'm gonna basically, oh, look at that. Yeah, you won't be able to see, and it's kind of a little tough to do it with a lighter actually, but it is on fire, okay? It is on fire, and what I'm gonna do is swirl it around. You see it kind of, oh, there we go. And what I'm going to do is now strain right into the glass. There is fire. There is fire, ladies and gentlemen. And this daiquiri just gets strained right out. Using matches is probably a better idea. I just had my lighter, but yes, a match would be a better idea. A much, much better idea when you're trying to light things on fire, especially in your drink. Okay, so I've got my daiquiri strained out here, and I have my lime wheel, and we'll just place it right there. And, you know, I should get the aromatic from the chartreuse, the green chartreuse. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get the chartreuse. I get the punch of lime. This is basically a rum punch, okay? Oh, that's good. The rum and the chartreuse actually work really well together, with the lime and the simple syrup kind of as the backbone. It's such a good cocktail, guys. I'm going to enjoy this while I'm preparing dinner in a little bit. But thank you for joining. I will see you all next week at Tuesday, 5 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time. We've been rocking the Cocktail Guru team. I have to give you all credit. Those of you from the team that are watching, we've been rocking our virtual team building mixology classes. So if anyone is out there and wants something fun for their corporation, for their team, for folks that are working remotely, shoot us a note on Facebook or wherever, whatever interweb module you're using, or email works too. We can even provide all the liquor and ingredients right to your home so that you could follow along and make these cocktails amazing. All right, that's enough. Thank you all for joining. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. Cheers.